Greetings citizen, holy diver from my favorite manufacturer is here, Anvil Paladin. I have been waiting for this ship since the very first sneak peek and yeah, since the very first known nerf-n-buff of Old Redeemer, which provided to us undeniably awesome moments of hunts or some group missions. Anvil is known for its majestic, powerful design, so I would like to make a fast view of its interior. Only one entrance from the left side potentially looks like a dock in color too, mostly comfortable for one person to move in or move out. It leads us to a quite big and empty room with 4 suit lockers and weapon racks, which shares some vibes that Paladin could be used as a decent dropship. I really would love to see jump seats here. Next one is partially engineering room with magnetic pads for a cargo, components and entrance to the second floor. At the end of the room, entrance for a side turret gunner sits with additional ladder to the second floor. There are special deployable armored plates to cover gunners. Main part of second floor holds small kitchen and entrances to a sleeping rooms, each room for 2 crew members. Quite comfortable and have a lot of space, I would say. Another engineering and components room. And sleeping room on the right side of the ship. The shower on the opposite side of the kitchen. Next, moving out to the cockpit, where pilot and upper gunner turret seats located. The main turret is able to be deployed to the bottom of the ship, just like Scorpion's turret, for mostly safe and comfortable ground operations. Now finally let's start the comparison. Overall, Paladin, at least for the current moment, heavily reminds me old and good Redeemer. It's very heavy, it's very slow, it spins like A2, has like half of the Hammerhead's toughness and capable to provide insane amount of emotional and physical damage onto your enemy. It has 3 S2 power plants which are able to power everything on the ship without sweat and has very powerful distributor. Yeah, Redeemer definitely requires some adjustments. Pitch, just like I told before, feels like old Redeemer, much worse than current Aegis gunship has. Kinda same goes for yaw, the current Redeemer feels like just a heavy fighter in comparison. Roll is the worst nightmare, and that's why Paladin kinda requires gunner for the side turrets too. Pilot won't have much TOT if you are facing something smaller or at least a bit agile. Even if the speed wasn't the main feature for a gunship, the G is kinda mandatory for any combat ship. And Paladin has kinda weak one. Both verts G are also very weak, and it's crucial even for very basic maneuverings. But from other side, keeping in mind its pretty robust hull and shield generator size 3, seems you don't have to. Combat tests. Unfortunately, no ERT missions were unlocked to me on P2 server, but there are few one new, which also have multiple ships. This hurricane was standing still and yeah, wiped it out very fast, but now just check how smaller and agile targets are kinda hard to get, even while most of turns I'm doing with boost. Overall, it's a very powerful gunship with majestic Anvil design. It is okay to use as duo versus medium-large targets, but decent pilots on a light fighters could be a real danger if you don't have side gunners. I feel kinda sorry for an old Redeemer, really wanna test S5 weapons for it again, and hull buff. For a Paladin, I would like to be at least a bit more agile. Hope it was helpful. Next one, Asperia Stinger comparison to F8C and Guardian. See you in the void.